Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sky Factory. This is episode 8. So, off camera, a lot of things have happened. So, first thing I want to mention is we have plans to go to the end, and I have in here, yes, my shuriken that we did in the last episode wasn't that great. So, I made this one, which was a paper lead manulin shuriken, and I took it into the nether. We made it completely unbreakable before we went into the nether. Then we went into the nether. We got enough modifiers on it to change out one of the knife blades to supremium, and then also one of them to thorium, which gives us the poisonous that the lead had, as well as the withering effect. And then we embossed this with cobalt so that we could have the lightweight and momentum. And this thing does 9.33 damage. It's not too bad, but this is going to come into play later on. So, getting the Supremium, we have this little guy over here, and we've been killing some Wither bosses. In the last episode, we did the deep mob learning, and I showed you guys we got a bunch of Wither skeleton skulls and a way to make more. So we killed a bunch of Withers because I wanted to get the Wither um, data module. And I do not believe it's in this. No. So anyway, we also created this glitch infused sword. This guy right here, the recipe on it is very simple. It's just some glitch infused ingots, some iron nuggets, and a stick. This thing has a nice thing in it where the data gained from the demise of a mob is doubled when the data is gained. There's also a small chance that the sword will get permanent damage increase. So ours right here has an increase of 6, giving it an 18.5 attack damage at the bottom there. I've also put Unbreaking 4 on it, Soulbound 4, and Sharpness 4, and I'll show you how we got those books in just a minute. But this thing made it to basically where here it says we need 18 Endermen to go to reach the superior tier. With this sword, we'll actually only need to kill 9 instead of 18 more. So that's really nice. The other thing that I've been doing is messing around with compact machines. As you guys see over here, our base is cleaned up. And we've got some different compact machines just kind of floating around the base. And these things are really nice. They're basically rooms that we can go into and we can place items in. And we can make ourselves a whole room of just things. I put all my trees in here. We've got our power. Actually, this is the one for all the dark oak and stuff like that. And the cool thing is, with this shrinking device, we can go in here and we can check out the different things. Now, I'm not going to get too heavy into compact machines today. There will be an episode in the future that we will go through them. But basically, this is a nice way to clean up everything that we had in the base. And this is simply just power cells. So we've got plenty of power. I am taking, if we look in here, the Wither data module with some polymer clay. We got this thing to self-aware, and we're extracting the pristine Wither matter. We're taking it up into the loot fabricator, and we are turning it into supremium essence, which is how I made this Paxel. So if we jump out of here, there's a few other things that we've been up to. And load, please. Thank you. These right here, these field projectors are for the, like I said, the mod, the simple compact machines. Yes. We have one over here. That is our ingot factory. We moved all of our ingots into here. We also added a couple of additional ones like slime, and we added some other things such as aridite and cobalt, which is really nice. And then we have all of that stuff going into these filing cabinets. Redstone, emerald, lapis, plastic, cobalt, aridite, and this is all of our other stuff. Here we also have quartz and slime, prosperity shards, all kinds of neat things. This one over here is our s'more factory. If we take a look inside here, this is the setup that we did kind of towards the end of the last episode. And we'll jump in here because I want to show you a neat thing and a couple other things. takes a second to load, but we have all of our setups in here going on. We have our milk chocolate, we have our marshmallows up here, and we have our graham crackers down here. Now you guys will see we have some other compact machines. I've got a sugarcane farm in here set up. Over here we have our wheat farm. And what's cool is we're piping all of the wheat into here. It's being turned into flour. It's coming up here and being turned into graham crackers and going here. And then we have a formulaic assembler that is making the different s'mores. Now, the issue I'm having with this is piping in 3 different items. If I turn the stock control off and turn it back on, then this thing will start pumping. And one thing I wanted to look for was a reinforced item filter. Pulls distant items and fluids, restricts what may pass through. We might need to make a couple of these. I do believe that we can set right here on the pipe the amount of items that it will allow this to pull down and only have that set amount. Excuse me. Now over here we have our resource fisher. We move that. We are keeping the ink sacs, we're keeping the leather, and of course the fish so we can make gelatin and all of that fun stuff. But I also put this chest up here to collect the different books. And I'm really going to have to go through this. We are looking for a certain enchantment. And I believe it's not collecting, I believe. Let's see. Collecting yo-yos, pick up items. Okay, that's collecting. We're looking for one called capturing. So we're just going to keep our eye on that, and then we'll end up piping most of these books out and just destroying them. But this is where I've gotten the different sharpness books and mending and things like that. Let's get out of here. So with all of that being said, our base is cleaned up very nicely. We do have plans to go ahead and do a lot more with this base than just a couple of platforms. We're going to get rid of that. This is for the compact machines. We'll get rid of this at a later date. Like I said, I think we're going to make a couple more of these and just store them away. But now what I'd like to do is make sure that I am completely prepared, maybe with some more food. We're definitely going to need a little bit of bottles, things like that. Let me gather up these things, clean out my inventory, and we will be back. So I grabbed the bottles. This is to collect Dragon's Breath, and if we look in here, we can actually craft it up, I do believe. It's made with some end crystals, a fire charge, some extraterrestrial matter, a glass bottle, and then liquid chorus. I do believe that this liquid chorus is just smelting that down in a smeltery, and then, of course, pouring it over a bucket. These guys are a little expensive using gas tiers and Eye of Ender, so this is a really expensive way to get this. And the Dragon's Breath is used in a few different crafting recipes. We can actually craft bottles of enchanting, which is really nice. I'm not sure what the Ender Relic does. There's a couple of swords that we can make, and then this Ender Dragon data module we can make. And the uses for this is, just this pristine stuff. So we can make more dragon eggs, dragon scales, supremium, dragon heads, and elytras. So this may be something that we want to go a route. So making this we would need some dragon's breath and then kill the ender dragons. It's going to take a lot to do that, but I wanted to grab those anyway. So let's hop into the end, and we're going to do a modded ender dragon fight. It gave me an overworld cake, as it should. But we're going to do a modded ender dragon fight, which should actually be a ton easier than a regular dragon fight. Ooh, what's that? Is that Resident? Yep, Resident Endstone. We break that stuff and liquid comes out. It's pretty cool. So now, the dragon's defeated? What? What? That's odd. I never defeated the dragon. Interesting. Well, I'm going to collect the dragon egg nonetheless. And then I think what we're going to do is I guess we'll go back home, which we should be able to do here. Yeah, there's already an end gate open. So I'm going to have to craft up a couple of end crystals and respawn this guy in. 4 end crystals made. Let's go ahead and get this boss fight underway. That's really, really odd because I have not come in here. So, uh, okay, there we go. And it's really loud, so options, master volumes at 10%. Let's turn that down. There we go. Let's go ahead and go in here to hostile creatures is way down, but we'll turn it down a little bit more. Sweet. So a modded Ender Dragon fight is not much different than a normal Ender Dragon fight, except for the except for the fact that we have flight. And one thing I've noticed from watching many, many different people fight the Ender Dragon is that they stay airbound, and we better get out of the way. And the Ender Dragon never lands. So one thing that we're going to need to do is not just chase him around or her around because we have flight. And can I get this one through the bars? No. Hey man, hey. What are we doing? Let's do that. You know what? Let's collect these. The nice thing too is I have this armor on, so obviously we're not going to take any fall damage, but we are going to take some serious damage if I don't pay attention when blowing the end crystals up because they are just as volatile as they are in vanilla Minecraft. It does seem that the old computer here is struggling just a tad bit. Now let's eat and keep on the move. Bang. Done. And one more shuriken, and you are down for the count. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Is she actually going to land? She is. So we'll whack it with the sword, which is doing pretty good damage. Hi, you're a jerk, and I made that Enderman mad. So the reason I wanted the unbreakable shuriken is if you don't have it unbreakable, you're actually going to have to um, repair it. It's not so much repairing it as you're reloading it. And I said let's not just stay up in the air as I stay up in the air. Hi, you're mad. And this isn't bedrock. We got to remember. Hey, bud, I'm also trying to get dragon's breath. So let's do this. And eat. And that hurt. I'm just as good at this fight as I am in vanilla Minecraft. That's good to know. Now, I know there's a mod. It's obviously not in this mod pack, but you can get end air. So that's good that we can't. Hi. And hopefully we'll be taking this thing out shortly. Nope. One more go round. Should do it. Hi. This is a much easier fight in modded as opposed to vanilla. What am I even playing on? Options. We're on normal, so that's that's a good thing because I'm truly terrible at this game. I know on the truly bedrock realm we play on what I get get in there. We play on hard, which is hard, but I don't mind it. And I got 15 of those. We got some dragon scales. What can we use those for? Dragon egg crux so we can make dragon eggs. Dragon egg seed. That's all it does is make the dragon essence, which can make dragon egg chunks. Interesting. Which we can use to make dragon eggs, which can be used to make Ender Dragon death mufflers. Ignore spawn conditions. So this, yeah, this is something we are going to get in the future. Yep. Yep, we're definitely going to be messing with that. I got a few spawners from when we went to the Lost Cities dimension, so that's really nice. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build me a GD platform and hide from these guys, and we're going to go ahead and get this Enderman module up. And then I'm going to go probably to a few in-cities off camera. And let's see, we'll do that again. And we're going to get the shulker one upped. There's not much in here, right? Just in stone? Yes. And mostly what I'm doing is just I want to upgrade this sword because right now this sword's really good and it can be better. And that's what that stuff does. In case you want to see it. And then we get these little guys right here. If we get rid of those, these resonant clathrate. I don't know. We can use them to make ender pearls. Can smelt them up. And that's about all we can do with them. So yeah, let me kill some Endermen. Let me go back to the overworld. Excuse me, I hiccuped. And we will definitely get ourselves set up to do some in-city raiding. Ooh, I know what that is. Nice. All right. Second in-city here. The first one was kind of just this little guy right here. And if we look, we did get some shulker pearls, we got some shulker shells, and then this thing upgraded a few times, so it's sitting at 26.5 damage. We do have our shulker module, as you can see, and let's not do that. So we're going to kind of run through this in-city just a little bit on camera and see what it has to offer. Oh, some pristine shulker shells. Cool thing about Flight 2 is if we get bombarded by these little levitation bullets, we can actually double tap spacebar and we can get out of it. Let's see. This is the standard brewing stand. You know what? Let's go ahead and take that. I always take it. Now we'll take this guy out. Our very first elytra, and he left. We got some gold ingots. We've got these. Oh, max range 64. It's a cyclic building scepter, and I don't really know what they are. It's only got them breaking on it. And then Curse of the Vanishing. Nah, we're good. Give to me the wings. And then we'll go back out here and see where he disappeared to. We'll get that dragon head in just a moment. Where'd it go? Did it go in here? No, doesn't look like it. It went that way. Hello? Hello, you're like the whole... Oh, there he is, right there. I was going to say, you're like the whole reason I'm here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and hide underneath this. Something keeps pulling me. And, of course, this is really, really slow when you're underneath something. Perfect. Okay, so I've explored a ton of in-cities, not in modded, but in Minecraft in general. And we have possibly some loot in there, possibly some loot in there. This is going to have nothing but shulkers, and then we should have a guy up top here. So let's go ahead and take him out. And we just got the advanced tier, which is nice. We'll go ahead and pop down here. And there should be... Nope. Nope, this isn't one of those houses. So we'll pop to the top of this one real quick. These go pretty easy once you know the layout of these different end cities. Let's see. What a pain. Hello. Goodbye. And down we go. So this is also a room that doesn't have anybody in it, which is kind of unfortunate. And we'll take that. Let's see. We should have 2 guys in this room. Oh, we gained some power. Nice. You up top? No, you're somewhere else. I can see him. Oh, you know what? Up in the upper left-hand corner is a mini-map that tells me exactly where these guys are. Let's see. We got this one. Oh, man. Okay, there we go. I was levitating. So we got him right here. I mean, this is so much easier in modded than it is in vanilla. And then we've got that guy left. And if we can, let's see if we can find this guy. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Hi, you're annoying. Okay. And was that the last guy? I think so. So we should still be facing north. And we're going to head out of here and go to another city. So we've got 14 shulkers to go, which is essentially 7 for us with the sword. We also have 2 more upgrades that can be done on this sword. We're at a 28.5 attack and a 16, whatever that said, 16 point, or no, 1.6% or 1.6 attack speed. Goodness. All right, well, I'm going to just continue heading north. If we look at the journey map and we scroll out of it, this was the first in-city I found right here, and then directly north of that we found this one. We actually spawned in quite a ways over here. So, yeah, we're just going to keep heading north along this line, see if we find any more. Yeah, wish me luck. This will probably be the last city that I show on camera. One thing I forgot to mention is the Enderman module, as you guys can clearly see, is self-aware, so we did do that. I took all of that stuff back and I threw it in the chest at home. But another thing I forgot to mention was these things right here. I see these guys floating all over the place, and these things are gravitational anomalies, and they will kind of throw you all the way around. So that is kind of neat. This is unfortunately going to be a very short-lived city. We will have one guy up here. Hello. Can I come in and play? And then, to be honest with you, the only other guys I should have is at the entrance, which really stinks because there's not going to be any inside there. The other ones are all going to be down here, wherever the entrance is. And that was rude. Of course, where did he go? There you are. Hi, you're... Yep, stop. Thank you. Okay. So we're just going to head off due north again. I'm going to go through until I have the self-aware tier. Like I said, I'm not just doing this for shulkers. I really don't need, if we look at this thing right here, I don't need shulker shells. I don't need diamonds. We're getting supremium, so I don't really need inferium. I really don't need the glowing chorus fruit because we already have creative flight. And then these shulker pearls, I mean, we can make pearl blocks with endstone, monolith of experience, monolith of spawning, pearled ender hopper, which I'm not really sure what this does. Instantly teleports nearby items to an attached container. This is an upgrade from the ender hopper. This version will not create particles. Okay, so yeah, the only other thing that we can do with these guys is we can actually make monster spawners. You need the pristine skeleton matter, pristine spider matter, pristine creeper matter, pristine zombie matter, a shulker pearl, 2 eggs, another star, and a steel frame. So there's not a huge use for the different things that we're getting, but um, we're doing it more or less to level up this sword because this sword is really nice. It's a lot better than what I've created so far with Tinkers, so we're just going to keep rolling with it. We were successful today in killing the Ender Dragon. We were successful in doing the other thing I set out to do, which was completely upgrade this sword. So it has the damage increases, you can see 18, which is max. It does 31 attack damage. I did add a few things to it, like capturing and looting, kind of off camera. The capturing is a neat little enchantment because we can get these spawn eggs, and we can mess around with these monster spawners and change them so they will spawn these different things. The only bad thing, if we go in here, nope, let's click off of that and we go into uses here. We can change the spawners with different modifications, and then of course right here, the spawn egg, we can change it to a witch or whatever have you. Now the capturing enchantment gives monsters a chance to drop their spawn egg, and it is a 0.04% chance per level. So I have like a 2% chance of actually getting a egg, which is cool. Now we could do that with the spawners, or we could use these right here, the mob imprisonment tools, with a mob duplicator, and this thing right here will simply, when provided with power, essence, and a tiny or an entity and a mob imprisonment tool, it'll spawn them around it. So we could do that. There's all kinds of different things that we're working towards. If we go look in our achievements now, where was it? Right here. So this is kind of where we've been taking steps towards, is nothing else matters. It's getting one of each deep mob learning pristine matter. Now these pristine matters have to be, I'm assuming, gathered in the deep mob learner because we've already gotten the zombie matter from killing them with our sword. So we've got the Twilight Forest, Slime, Guardian, Twilight Swamp, Dark Wood, Zombie, Tinker Slime, which would be a blue or pink or anything like that, a Ghast, a Witch, and the Twilight Glacier matter. So those are all the different things in the Twilight Forest, which we will be visiting soon. But looking through our enchantments, you know, our first page, or our advancements, our first page is done. Our second page is almost done. We need to make a weirding gadget, these couple of things, and then some stuff in the Tinkers. So to end this episode, I think we'll go ahead and bang this page out if we can. So let's look up a weirding gadget. There we go. And that's, I mean, other than the Eye of Ender, let's see, Ender Pearl, yeah, we've got those. We've got all this stuff. And there is that one done. So let's see what else we need to do. We need to make an alloy tank between two melters. Let's see, craft a melter, craft a tank. So we need an alloy tank. Requires placing a heater. So we need to make a heater and an alloy tank. So heater, porcelain melter, porcelain heater. This is what we need to make. I don't think we actually have any more of this porcelain clay. So let's see, can we make some of that? 16, I guess. And we will go ahead and throw them in this. You guys didn't see this. I made an ender furnace, which is a little bit faster than a normal furnace. And we can turn it into, where it'll take this stuff and throw it into an ender chest, which is really nice. So, how many did we need for that? We need 6. And one more. We'll go ahead and make this. I don't know if that'll complete the quest or if we actually need to, we don't have, of all things, we don't have a furnace. Or if we need to do what it said. Let's see. We'll go over here. Nope, we just have to make it. So we need an alloy tank next. That's pretty cool. Alloy tank. Porcelain alloy tank is 2 of those and a porcelain window. So we need 6 of those. And then we need 9 more. Ugh. That might not be enough to do what we need to do. Let's see, do we have any of these pieces in there? No, we don't. Of course not, so we'll go ahead and make 2 faucets, like so. And this is a porcelain alloy tank, so it can be a porcelain tank, a gauge. That only requires 4. And I think we can do that. Yes, we can. We have the glass. Speaking of the glass, that should have cleared the advancement if I can get out of here. Takes a second sometimes. You can see we got over 1,000 glass right here. Please let me out. Thank you. What I did was I went into the Lost Cities dimension. I needed to get the last little bit of upgrades for the sword, and we did that via the creeper module or the spider, whatever we had. And when I did that, I went ahead and mined a ton of glass. You can see here we've got 1.28k. I made this ender chest, and we made this ender pouch, which the neat thing about them is you can see the ender chest opens. They connect to each other. We can pull items out of it. So I just got myself a ton of glass. This way we didn't have to worry about those things. So let's throw this stuff away and look in our advancements here. We need to make a yo-yo and we need to make a lumber axe. So let's look in here. A yo-yo is going to require a cord, 2 bodies, and an axle. And then a lumber axe is going to require a tough tool rod, a broad axe head, a large plate, and a tough binding. Now, we don't need to make this out of anything special, so I'm going to go ahead and craft all of these pieces just out of stone, and we will go ahead and make this. So let me get that done. I will be back. Just a couple seconds later, we have all of the things that we need to make a yo-yo. And there we go. It's a stone yo-yo. I wasn't gonna. We're just doing this for the quests. I have really no need for this stuff. The nice thing about a lumber axe, I believe it chops the whole tree. If you chop the bottom piece, it'll chop the whole thing, and that's real nice. I don't know what the yo-yo will do. It's a weapon that you can throw out and click it back, which is kind of neat. But that completes this entire page. So complete all the advancements will award you 1 prestige point. I don't know what the prestige, I don't think I turned that on. So anywho, we have just a few things left to do in the age of farming. One of those is right here. Can't find an animal, craft an animal seed or a lily to grow them. Make sure to plant these seeds on grass blocks or lilies on water. So there's a ton of things. That's just going to be a bunch of crafting and things like that that we'll have to do for this quest. Looks like for the saplings, I'm only short 2 of them. Those we can knock out real quick, no big deal. Looks like we need to make a mattock with Tinker's Construct. And there's just a few things to do. Age of Power, we're looking pretty good. There's some more deep mob learning stuff that we have to do, such as get the pristine zombie matter here and pristine ghast matter. And then we have some twilight matter right here that we need to get, and then there's just a few things to do. Age of Storage, this is just a bunch of crafting for the applied energistics. We got a few things to do right here with the crates. A backpack that I haven't done yet. When I crafted up these chests, I should have made one of those, no big deal. A couple of things left in the barrels crates. Drum storage and more. Looks like a wooden hopper and an upper. And we're done with this. Our Age of Exploration page is pretty well filled out. We need to go to the Twilight Forest. We need to go to the Hunting Dimension. We need to place water in the Nether. And then we need to craft a floaty McFloaty block to finish this page. And then we have this last page, which is going to be a lot of work. Oh, it looks like we need to do... Oh, my goodness. Oh, we got to put every modifier on our yo-yo? Okay, well maybe we'll make a better yo-yo to do that on. Oh my goodness. So this was a fun little episode to get the Ender Dragon taken care of and things like that. I think in the next episode we are going to start taking a look into some of this mob duplication. I'm not sure. We might go to the Twilight Forest. We'll just have to see what we feel like doing. But as always, guys, that's the end of the episode today. I hope you enjoyed it. Um, as always, leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing if you're new, and I will see you on the next one.